What's up, guys? It's your boy Hot Shot. We rolling eastbound on 76. We got the dog over here. We're gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna do the view this way. I'm gonna be driving. Y'all looking at me, and I'm looking at you and the road. But I want to talk about something today that nobody thinks about when trying to get into this industry at first. It's not their first thought, but honestly, it needs to be. So why is insurance so high? Now, I did a little quote-unquote experiment about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm looking around for other insurance because I'm paying $2,200 a month. And what happened with mine is, come renewal time, there was a false claim that was open. So it was a customer claiming that I damaged a vehicle, which I did not. And in the insurance market, you're not, just like in the world today, you're not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until proven innocent. And here's the prime example of that. Like I said, it was a false claim. Wasn't paid out nothing, but when it came time to renew it, they charged me for having an open claim. They charged me for a lost run on my insurance, but there was no lost run. There wasn't. The only lost run was that open claim there. So it ended up, and they told me it's because of the lost run. I said, all right, so when it's, so if it shows canceled, then we could renew and I won't have that rate. Agent said, yes, yep, long as you can prove it. Cool. So about a month later, it came out to where they denied it. They denied that claim. Well, guess who's still paying for that claim? Me. So they jacked it up. $6,000 a month or a year for a cargo claim. So, I bit the bullet and went with it because I was told something a couple months before that, and it wasn't the truth. Well, now I'm 3 months in, or 2 months, or whatever it was, and I already put all this money up front. So I just bit the bullet. The other day I was looking around at different quotes, and I was on the Progressive website, and I put in all my information, my truck, my DOT, all that, right? And put myself in as a hot shot. That's all. That's what I did. I used the wedge, I used the dually, everything, but with a hot shot, okay? It came back at $15,000 a year. I think it was like $4,000 down and $1,600 a month or $50, somewhere around there, right? So then I said, all right. So I went back and I classified myself as a car hauler. That was the only thing that changed, was my car hauler. It went up to $22,000 a year. Yeah, 22 grand. So it went up $8,000 just for that little classification. That's the only thing I changed. Then people say, well, did you change the trailer, the truck? Nothing. I didn't change the coverages, nothing at all, except car hauler. And it went up. And the reason for that is everybody running these wedges and not properly knowing how to do it, and that's it, and roll them over. How many times a week do you see a rolled over wedge? If you're on Facebook, you see it all the time. Rolled over wedge. I mean, it's so bad, some carriers will not take you if you have a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. Only if you have a fifth wheel. So, and there's no reason for it. The only reason they roll over, guys, is laziness, ignorance, and lack of caring. It's because you don't care. You either don't care or you don't know. Well, if you don't know, there's plenty of us out here that will help you. You know, there's plenty of people out here. Now, I'm not going to say go ask a flat decker on what to do with a wedge. You know, I would never recommend that. But you got to figure out what you're doing, and you got to figure it out the right way and as soon as possible. Because insurance is just going to keep going up. And these rates, in my opinion, are this way to keep new guys out. You know, insurance companies are not here to pay out. Yeah, they want to make millions of dollars, even billions of dollars a year. But this classification of GVWR under 26,000 and, you know, all that nonsense it's not working for them. They're paying out way too much to make it worth it. You know? So, and I'm not saying don't haul cars. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because I can still afford my $2,200 a month insurance. As long as I'm doing what I need to do and, you know, picking the correct loads. Because that breaks down to, I don't know, $510, $520 a week. Well, you know, that's not a big deal at all. But what is a big deal is if it keeps getting screwed up and, you know, they keep jacking it up. I mean, I'm going into my third year, so I should be able to find other companies and it shouldn't be as bad. But, you know, insurance runs the industry. Matter of fact, insurance companies run this world. You can't live your life without insurance. And I'm talking automobile insurance, commercial or personal. You know, you got to have it. I mean, I live in Delaware, as y'all know, so I'm limited on the companies that I can use. I can only use so many because my state's so small, it's not worth all the other companies to be able to write in that state. You know, I'm one of the smallest, but I think I'm like the third highest rate-wise. You know, so, and if people say, well, just classify yourself as a hotshot and run cars. If you get caught, you will be canceled. And if you're canceled from one, you know, you're done. And insurance cancellation, except for especially something like that, that's going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt you for a long, long time. Long time. You can, but there's no benefit to running like that and lying about it. You know, if everybody else can make it and you're disciplined enough and you listen, you can do it. Trucks need to be in the left lane truckers. So, you know, shop your insurance, but be prepared to cough up the money. And I'm talking $3,000 to $4,000 down. And some of them nowadays, you know, even want you to pay up front your first one. Once you pay that whole nut right out the gate. You know, they don't want people with no trucking experience doing this anymore. You know, they just don't. And I think if it keeps going this way, you know, this under 26,000, it's not going to last long. One way or the other, it will go away. So if you guys don't have your CDL and you're not considering it and you think you're going to run the rest of your life like this, I don't see it happening. You know, that it could truly come down to where anything over 10,000, you need a CDL. Anything over, 15 or 20, they may even lower the numbers. But they're not going to keep letting us car haulers come out here and run around like this, And, I see people post about it all the time, and everybody's like, oh, mind your own business. Doesn't affect you, doesn't affect me. Well, that rate increase does affect you. It will, And now, am I condoning downing somebody? Not at all. Am I condoning not helping them? No. Help them. Make it your business, but help them and teach them. And that's what I try to do with you guys. I don't want you to go through what I went through. I don't want you to have the pain, the suffering, the agony, the mental breakdown where your head's ready to explode. Just help somebody. You help somebody, somebody will help you. I can't say how many times, like I'm in what I think is a horrendous situation and there's no way out. And I get out easy and I chalk it up to karma. Karma's got my back, man. That's how I look at it. Because I do so much good is done to me. But, all right, guys, I just wanted to talk to you about the insurance and, that little, what I seen and found out the other day. So, guys, before you buy a truck, a trailer, before you even decide that you want to be a hot shot, get an insurance quote. Make that the first thing you do. Very first thing you do. Yeah, I cannot stand truckers who don't do what they're supposed to do. But, so, insurance is priority number one. And if you think you're going to run around out here with no insurance, they're going to get you. They're going to hem you up, and you could be done. But, all right, guys, let me know, take a little poll, how many of you guys have your CDL, whether you're registered over or under, how many have your CDL? Just yes or no for the CDL. You have any other questions, let me know. I just want to see how many guys are running, without under 26. And I have a CDL. I'm not registered to use it yet, but I have it, So yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Tell all your friends about it. Remember, they can slow you down, but they can't stop you. We're out.